From our previous discussion, ang pinag-usapan natin is soil profile and horizons. And for this specific lecture, titignan naman natin specifically ano ba yung characteristic ng soil profiles or soil horizons in tropical conditions or in regions that are experiencing a tropical climate. Alam nyo kasi ang mundo, pwede mo siyang hatiin, geographically speaking, in relation to its climate. Mayroon kang tinatawag na tropical regions, yun yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon, and mayroon ka namang tinatawag na temperate regions. And ano yung pagkakaiba ng dalawang ito? Kapag sinabi mong tropical, ito yung mga areas or ito yung mga countries that are near our Earth's equator. And usually, walang 4 seasons sa area na yan. Walang summer, spring, winter, and fall. Okay? Sa mga tropical regions. Ang mayroon lang usually is mayroon tayong tag-init at mayroon tayong taglamig. And maiinit sa mga lugar na to. So, say the tropics, for example, ang unang papasok sa isip mo is beach, right? Yung beach kung saan may mga sumasayaw ng Hawaiian dance, for example, or umiinom ng pineapple juice. Okay? So these are tropical regions. They are warm climate regions. On the other hand, yung mga temperate regions naman, ito naman po yung mga regions or yung mga bansa kung saan may 4 seasons. Summer, spring, winter, and fall. Okay? And sa mga bansa naman na ito, usually, mas malamig as compared to tropical conditions. So since we're living here in the Philippines, ang pag-uusapan natin, mag-dwell tayo not in the temperate regions but rather on the tropical regions. So dito yung focus natin for this discussion. So pag-uusapan natin, ano ba yung style ng soil profile or soil horizons sa mga tropical countries or sa mga areas that has this tropical climate. So a quick review, ano ulit ang soil profile? So a soil profile is a vertical section of the soil. One of our analogies na ginamit dito is a cake, right? So kapag in-slice mo yung cake, makita mo yung cake, may several layers yan. So ganun din sa lupa. Kapag in-slice mo yung lupa, makakakita ka doon ng several layers such as we have O, A, B, E, C, and the bedrock which is R. So titingnan natin ngayon, ano ba yung mga key characteristics ng mga soil horizons under tropical conditions. So titingnan natin isa-isa and i-explain natin bakit ganun yung kanilang karakteristik? Ano yung reason behind it? So the first one, we will look into this characteristic, deep weathering. So sa mga lupa na nasa tropical conditions, usually, no, katulad ng sa Pilipinas, yung pagkakaroon ng intense rainfall and at the same time biglang high temperature, di ba? Madalas sa atin, umuulan, tapos biglang iinit, or babagyo, tapos after that, mainit na ulit. So because of that climate intensity, right, of rainfall and high temperature, mabilis ang proseso ng weathering or the breaking down of rocks in order to form soils. So dahil mabilis ang breakdown ng weathering, lumalalim po, okay? Nagiging malalim yung ating lupa. Okay? And ang prominent na horizon sa mga tropical regions is the B and C horizon. So, ganito nyo na lang isipin. Let's say ito yung bato in ancient times. So, in ancient times talaga. No? Ngayon, mayroong ulan, and then mayroong init dahil nga nasa tropical regions na papalit-palit. So this is an intense weather condition. So what happens with this rock is that this rock will continuously weather away. So yan, yung aking sinishaden na to, yan po ay magiging lupa. And because of this tropical climate, yung lupa na yan, magiging malalim yan, usually leaving the bedrock underneath it na nasa malalim na position. And this soils that is formed, yan na yung magiging soil profile ng tropical regions natin. And usually daw, dahil sa deep weathering na to, ang obvious or ang makapal na horizons are the B and C horizons. Okay? So, yung C horizon natin, usually, nasa babayan, malapit doon sa bedrock, yung parent material horizon. It's very deep. Although nandyan pa rin yung parent, makikita mo pa rin yung partly weathered parent material dyan. Yung B horizon naman, makapal siya because of the movement of clays and other oxides from above it. Okay? So in some places even, yung bedrock, hindi siya nakikita, it might not even be reached within a 2-meter soil pit. Okay? So kapag kumuha ka ng soil profile, nag-cut ka na ng slice within 2 meters deep, ganun nakalalim, minsan hindi mo pa marireach yung bedrock or the R horizon because of this deep weathering process. Another characteristics in tropical region is that the bases, the nutrients that allows your soil to become base, hindi acidic kabaliktaran, magkabaliktad yon, is usually depleted, especially sa A and B horizons. Bakit? Kasi sa tropical regions, nasabi natin, madalas inuulan yan. So kapag umuulan yan, hindi lang naman po nagkakaroon ng weathering. Nagkakaroon din ng proseso na tinatawag nating leaching. Diba? And ano yung leaching? Yan yung proseso kung saan nahuhugasan yung ating lupa. Okay? And ano yung nahuhugasan? Ano yung naaalis dun sa lupa natin? Okay? Naaalis yung mga important base nutrients katulad ng calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. And anong mangyayari kapag nahugasan yan? Ano nangyayari kapag nawala yung mga base nutrients na yan because of leaching? What happens is, ang A horizon mo magiging acidic or it's nutrient poor kasi wala na siya ng mga base nutrients. Ganon din yung nangyayari sa B horizons natin. Yung B horizon natin is also acidified. Nagiging acidic din siya. Now, if you will remember, ang B horizon natin is just below the A horizon. Tama? So kapag imulan dyan, nagkakaroon ng leaching. Saan napupunta yung nutrients? Usually, bumababa siya. Right? So itatanong niyo sa akin, sir, kung bumababa yung nutrients, hindi ba yung B horizon nutrient rich? Okay? Well, I wouldn't say that it is nutrient rich, but it is enriched, certainly, by the materials from the A horizon. However, nagiging acidic pa rin siya. Bakit? Because of the build-up of aluminum. So yung aluminum, pababa siya ng pababa doon sa B horizon, kaya yung B horizon mo nagiging mas acidic. Now, over time, itong A and B horizon, usually they will have a low base saturation. Okay? Low base saturation siya. Kasi nga, mababa yung mga base nutrients na nasa lupang ito. And a low base saturation characteristic is a feature of the soil order ultisols. Kaya dito sa Pilipinas, marami din po tayong ultisols. How about on this next characteristic, formation of kaolinite clay or low CEC in the B horizon? What does this mean? Sabi natin, madalas nauulan yung mga lupa sa tropical regions. So what happens is nagkakaroon ng leaching. Pero hindi lang yon. Dahil sa madalas na pag-ulan, yung mga minerals na nasa lupa, they usually weather, they dissolve, and they create clay particles. Okay, so dahil madalas yung pag-ulan at pag-init, yung weathering process na nangyayari will form clay minerals or clay particles. And sa tropical region, yung pinaka-dominanteng clay type is what we call as kaolinite. Okay? Now, ano ba ang kaolinite? Ang kaolinite is a clay type na kumbaga, i-describe ko ang kaolinite as something as like a weak clay. Okay? So bakit ko siya tinawag na weak clay? Kasi mababa ang mga kaolinite, mababa ang kanilang cation exchange capacity. So cation exchange capacity is this concept kung gaano ba ka-strong yung lupa mo to magnet basically yung mga cations na kailangan ng iyong halaman. So mga kaolinite, hindi sila masyadong naghahawak ng mga cation nutrients na kailangan ng halaman. Katulad na lamang ng nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus. So they cannot hold that. Kaya ako siya tinawag na weak clay material. So dahil weak yung kanyang capacity to hold nutrients, hindi ganun ka-fertile yung lupa. And the nutrients there sa B horizon, dahil hindi niya nga nahahawakan ng maayos yung mga nutrients, madalas nafa-flush away lang yung mga nutrients na yan, nali-leach away lang siya, nawawala siya. Okay? And itong mga kaolinite clays na to, nag-accumulate yan in the B horizon, okay, kung saan nagsesettle yung clay because of rainfall. And as I have said earlier, mababa yung kanilang cation exchange capacity. So they hold less potassium, they hold less calcium, and they hold less magnesium. So ano yung mga yan? Kung if you are observant from our previous slide kanina, yung potassium, calcium, and magnesium, these are base cations. So dahil hindi siya nahahawakan ng kaolinite clays mo, nawawash away itong tatlong ito, kaya nagiging mas acidic yung lupa. Okay? Next, there is also what we call as the accumulation of sesqui oxides. Kung dito sa slide na to, balik tayo, yung kaolinite clay, weak, hindi niya nahahawakan yung potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Dito naman, nag-a-accumulate daw yung ating tropical soils ng tinatawag na sesqui oxides. So what are sesqui oxides? So sesqui oxides are oxides of two elements, iron and aluminum. So yan yung naiipon saan? Sa B horizon. So naiipon daw yung iron and aluminum oxide sa B horizon. And kapag naipon yan, what happens then? Kapag yan ay naipon, ang lupa mo mas magiging acidic. Therefore, because of the intense weathering process that is happening, the B horizon will accumulate sesqui oxides, making the B horizon more acidic. Kaya ang magiging kulay niya ngayon is usually it will turn red or it will turn to yellow. Depende sa kung ano yung sesqui oxide na nandun. Okay? Now, ang iron oxide, may dalawang dominant oxides dyan. We have hematite So kapag yung hematite ang naipon, yung lupa mo magiging red. Kapag yung goethite naman yung naipon, ang lupa mo magiging yellowish. But basically, kapag ang lupa ay pula, it is an indicator that that horizon or that specific soil is acidic. Okay? Now, sabi dito, the sesqui oxides are actually sorry. Sabi dito, there is also P fixation or the fixation of phosphorus. What does this mean? Okay. Yung mga oxides na to, they do create phosphorus. Okay, they do fix phosphorus. Pero, yung phosphorus ay unavailable. So, ang phosphorus, maganda yan sa halaman. Isa yan sa ating NPK na part ng fertilizer natin, which is an essential fertilizer in plants. But because of this situation, the phosphorus is there. It is present, but unavailable. Hindi siya magagamit ng halaman. The next characteristic of tropical soil is clay illuviation.
Magtitake ka ba ng licensure exam for agriculturist this year? If yes, I believe my course is for you. Enroll now at Learning Agri with the modular course by clicking the link below. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Mag-enroll ka na. Samahan kita mag-review. Bye!